An interesting train journey to Brasov, beginning with hauling our cases over the railway tracks and up into the train. The lavatory in the first-class section had to be seen to be believed. For some time we were on the Wallachian plain, but then began to climb into the Carpathians, and there were some beautiful views. Brasov was a medieval Saxon trading town, of which there were 7 in Transylvania. A lot of work has been done to restore it to its Baroque splendour, but we decided to go to Bran Castle before investigating Brasov in depth. It was the Saxons who built Bran to safeguard the route to Wallachia, but now it attracts tourists because of its supposed links with Vlad the Impaler. He perhaps besieged it. Now the castle bears the mark of Queen Mary of Romania, who lived there after the death of her husband, with one of her daughters in attendance. She believed she was living the simple life. It is very romantic, and Queen Mary had many photographs taken of herself wearing draperies and looking like Isolde. The rooms are rather small, dark and Gothic, but the setting is stupendous. At the base of the castle, there are many stalls selling a lot of tat connected with Dracula, such as face masks. We decided not to buy our fridge magnets there. There is also a very good ethnographic complex demonstrating rural Romanian life, with the houses, farm implements and rural crafts. We returned to Brasov on the bus with men carrying scythes, obviously going off to get the harvest in. In the afternoon, we turned our attention to the centre of Brasov. The marketplace with its merchant houses could be in any small German town. We began by investigating the Orthodox cathedral, as we had seen wedding parties going into it after having had the civil ceremony in the town hall, which was in the centre of the main square. Curiously, it was through a narrow passageway. The Black Church was totally different, and Lutheran, with all the information in German. It was very unusual in being decorated with carpets both on the walls and over the front of the pews. This was a reminder of the trading that was done by the German settlers and the closeness of Romania to the east. Behind this church was a library and gymnasium which had been established by Honterus, who brought the Lutheran Reformation to Transylvania. We then investigated the fortifications, walking through the Shea quarter, where the Romanians had been forced to live while the Saxons lived in the centre. Needless to say, the synagogue was also in this area. The most complete bastion was St. Catherine's Gate, which had been reconstructed. The various guilds were responsible for different sections of the wall and bastions. The best protection, it seemed to me, was the enormous hill which lies behind Brasov. Outside the gates was the delightfully romantic-looking St. Nicholas Church, which was the first Orthodox church built in Transylvania. The first Romanian language school was attached to it. We went up on the funicular, hoping for a good view over the town, but the hill was so wooded you couldn't see anything. The next morning we made our way to Prejma by taxi, after having failed to find the bus. It later transpired we were in totally the wrong bus station. Here there is a well-preserved fortified church built by the Saxons. It was designed to enable them to bring the entire local population within its precincts when there was threat of attack by the Turks. Some of the rooms were used to display arts and crafts, and one was done out as a schoolroom. This was a particularly fine example of a fortified church, but is by no means unique, as the area was an extremely volatile region of Europe. The church building had a very simple interior, but again there were carpets as decoration.